you know that's a thing?
It's a yeah.
It's a flavor. I don't think
It's a flavor. It's not.
You know blue raspberry flavor?
Yeah, I guess I've never just thought about the fact that it's not really a fruit.
Did you know that
Yeah.
that blue occurs very rarely in nature?
That's
like
true.
the color blue. Just the ocean sky. Just the ocean sky.
Except for the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. And the sky.
But that doesn't have the pigment of blue. Like if you just take a cup of sea
Like
water, it's not gonna be blue.
living organisms.
Living organisms.
Yeah.
That's true. And blueberries are not actually blue. Blueberries are purple.
And if you cut them open, they're not gray.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're
Actually.
not blue at
I
all.
don't like blueberries.
I think whoever named blueberries was colorblind.
That is possible.
Yes.
Well,
All right, fruit. We'll move on to the next category.
Logically.
Logically, the next category would be architectural design features.
Okay.
I like pergolas.
I love hinges.
I love hinges.
I don't know what
Can
mine
you
is.
imagine if you had to just pick up a whole door and move it every time you wanted to go in somewhere?
That would stink.
Or you had to roll away a stone.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It took angels to do that in the Bible.
I'd hate it if I had
That would be awful.
Yeah. Actually, bridges. I said that because I was just trying to think of something I'll talk. But I love bridges. Every time I'm on a bridge, I'll pause in the middle of it and just look off in the water or whatever it is. I guess it's always water that you're over. Do you have bridges over something besides water? A street, maybe.
Yeah, over streets and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
like
in between
highways.
I don't really like those as much.
crown molding.
Why? Elaborate.
It just is
I
like
don't really know what that
nostalgic
is.
for me.
Crown molding's like the
Like what's
extra stuff that's
yeah.
on the edges.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's
Like-
definitely. I feel like it's definitely not in style anymore. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big deal to my parents when I was a kid.
Yeah. That's funny.
Crown molding is coming back.
Yeah.
In understated ways.
All right. Another category. If you could go back to a previous year of school and do an activity, an organization or a sport that you didn't do, what is it you would go back and do? It's kind of like, I regret, if I could do it over, I would do this activity.
I would have done, I don't know what year, probably I guess senior year. I would have done a play.
Like been in theater of some sort.
Not a musical.
Not a musical, but just a play.
But a play.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have done that. I think they're really fun. I remember seeing one my senior year.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that looks really enjoyable.
Yeah.
So that would be my choice.
That's a little bit what I did because I was in sports all the way till 11th grade. And I finally was like, I've only got 1 year left and I really enjoy singing. I like acting. So I did choir, musical. I didn't do any sports my senior year. I only did theater, musical theater stuff. It was a blast.
At ACU, I would have done sing song. I never did sing song.
Okay.
I saw it several times. I just never participated. So I ran security for it. It's a big commitment.
Yeah, that's true.
I ran security for it, but I did not actually participate, which was sad.
Cool. Jenna?
I have no regrets.
You have
No
you
regrets?
never made a choice in your life that you weren't completely happy
As
with.
far as activities go, I played soccer and I did spring sing. And
Not the same.
sing song and spring sing are the same thing.
No, sing song's way better.
Have you ever been to spring? We're not getting into this right now.
Shots
I've been to both. I've been to both.
Shots fired.
We're not getting
Spring
into this.
Sing song is so much better.
Have you ever been to spring sing?
Nope, don't
Have
need
you ever
to.
been
I
to
just
sing
know it's
I've
better.
seen videos of sing song.
Easy, easy. I'm social distancing, breaking this up. All right, let's do our game. Russ,
Yes.
hit it.
Wait, we need to announce our
Oh, buzzword. Let's do it.
our buzzword for the evening is coming up on your screen right now. So when you see this on your screen, go ahead and text that number. That's my number, 719-207-3305. Text that, and you will receive a free pizza if you're the first one to text it to. So remember, again, the word is right there on your screen. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna get into a game. You may have heard of it. It's called Never Have I Ever. We've got these handy dandy little things that'll say for us if we have or have not. Okay. We want you to play at home. So if you have, give a thumb up emoji or say I have. If you have not, do the opposite. So
Yeah.
let's get into it. Number 1, never have I ever used someone else's toothbrush.
I never use someone's toothbrush.
Never.
Wait, is this right? If I have not?
That means
Okay.
you
That
never.
is right. Yeah,
Yes.
we got it. Never have I ever.
Dale,
I have.
flip it upside down,
Flip it
Dale.
Oh, it's upside down.
You're not fooling anyone.
I have done that before. That's
Gross.
crazy. Yeah. that's
Desperate times.
Desperate
Okay,
times
number
probably.
2, never have I ever been in a cop car.
I have been in a cop car.
Not.
I
been
don't
in a
think
cop
I
car.
have.
I have.
Yeah.
There's actually photographic evidence of it. So
Yeah, I was in the shotgun. The guy, I got pulled over, but he said, "Hey, get in the car while I run your plate." And I was like, "Okay," and I did. It was actually really cool.
Really nice cop.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I've got you beat. I was in the back of a cop car.
Oh, isn't that cool? It is. Cool.
I mean, I was being taken away from the scene of an accident. So
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4, never have I ever been bit by a wild animal.
a wild animal?
We could just say, I guess, bit, but
Like
any animal
any
that
kind of
bites.
animal?
you.
No, I've never been bit by a wild animal.
I've
I
been
don't-
bit by an ant.
I've never been bit by a wild.
Uh-uh.
I've
I
been
don't
bit by
I'm
animals.
confused
before,
with the
but not a wild.
question now.
Is
Never
it
been bit by wild.
is an ant a wild animal?
Tough.
It's an
Good
insect.
point.
I wouldn't classify that.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go to the next one. Never have I ever been so scared that I peed my pants.
Scared?
Yeah.
I've never been so scared. I
Never
laughed.
Never been so scared.
You peed your pants because you laughed?
Yeah, I peed my pants, but under different circumstances.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Not that circumstance.
Yeah.
All right, here's the last one. Never have I ever rage quit a job. So like in the moment, I'm done with this. Quit.
No, I've never done that.
No.
I don't think I have any.
No!
Oh,
Dale, what was the job?
I was in high school and we
Yeah.
were moving river rocks for this lady, and she wanted her entire yard, like it wasn't a small yard either. It was her entire yard was covered in river rocks, and she just kept griping and complaining how we were doing it wrong. And I just threw my shovel down and said, "I'm done. I'm out.
All right.
Not even gonna take your money that you owe me. I'm leaving." And I got my
Rage
shovel.
quit.
That was a
All right.
rage quit.
That was a rage quit.
All right.
I rage quit that. Not proud of it, but it happened.
All right.
All right,
deal.
so jumping into our start for the night, answer in the comments, who is someone in your life who has the reputation of being a hard worker? For me, it's my dad. My dad has always been a hard worker, always provided for our family, like, he's the man.
Okay. Hard worker. I could say my dad too, but I'll mix it up and I'll say my brother. My older brother in particular, he is always, even when he was in high school, he worked like 20 hours a week when he was in high school. And he was at a hospital, like an orderly, so it was like hard work. So, and he's always done that. And when you'd ask him like, "Hey, why do you work so hard?" He's like, "I like really cool cars and I need money to pay for them." That was his whole motivation for it. And he's had great cars because of it.
It's awesome.
I would say, well, my whole family is actually, but I'm gonna say my sister Rebecca. She is a full-time mom, nurse, and student. all
Oh,
at
wow.
once, and killing all of those things. So
She-
in a good way. She,
Ooh,
no,
No.
she's sick. She's
Seems
really
like that doesn't fall
doing a
into
good
the
job there. Yeah, so I would say my sister Rebecca.
That's good.
And-
Oh, wait, hold up. We got Araya said my mom
Nice.
says single. She has a hard time paying for everything for me, but she loves doing it, I'm sure. That's good. Ryan, I'm guessing, oh, that's probably, that's not Ryan there. Oh, that's probably Jackson. Jackson, you edge the yard. Got a reputation for a hard worker. I like that. That's good.
that's funny. I would say my wife is the person that works
So
the
true.
hardest in my life. She just beasts it out every day.
Yeah.
Like, as an example for me of how to work hard. I wish I could work hard like my wife does, but
Yeah.
sorry, Kev, I don't. But
Outing ourselves.
oh gosh. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for joining us again. If you're just now joining us, we love that you're here. We're happy
Yes.
you're here. Thanks for commenting on all of our social media platforms. It's gonna be a fun night. So the next question that we have for you, and we're just gonna try to make this one word easy answer. So please comment on Instagram and YouTube. What's one goal that you've been afraid or hesitant to go after? So like, what's a goal that you've been afraid of? What's a goal that you've been hesitant to start? For me, I would say, I'll just be real vulnerable and say losing weight. Like that's a goal that I want, but it's really tough. It's really hard. There's a lot of factors that go into that. And I think for me, it's the fear of failure that comes with that. That makes it tough to start that.
Definitely.
Yeah, for me, I would say I'm just gonna kind of do this is a side one, but I have always wanted this, and I'm too scared to do it. Is to run a marathon. Always wanted to, and I've never even got close to trying.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that the fear of how much time it takes and how much work it is like I'll always find a way to put it off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely one.
How long have you known you wanted to do that?
And it's probably since high school.
Okay.
Or like since I graduated high school.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna bring us into our scripture. If you saw the Devo today, you already know it, but I'm gonna read it for y'all again. It's Proverbs 14, verse 23. Real short and sweet. It says, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty." I'm gonna read that one more time. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. I was preparing for that Devo 2 days ago, and that really encouraged me and convicted me. But I have to find a new job come September when my time here is up, and it really encouraged me to start putting in the work now.
Yeah.
It was exactly what I needed to hear in the moment, because I guess I've been kind of fearful of moving on or finding something different. So I haven't really done that yet, but it is going to be profitable if I put the work in now.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about
Yeah.
For me, that just kind of reminds me that like where our heart is where our commitment and our priorities and our hard work is going to be. So like if your heart is really there in something, like you're going to make it a priority to do the hard work and to be committed to that thing.
Yeah.
And so that's just really encouraging for me.
It kind of shows like if you can see places in your life that you're working hard, even if it's something that doesn't matter, that kind of says something about where your heart's at as well. So it's kind of like a light on a dashboard that lets you know something about your heart.
So what do you guys think is, pick one, you don't have to pick like your biggest, but what do you guys think our biggest obstacles are for achieving our goals? Like I said, just pick one obstacle, but write it in the comments. What do you think an obstacle is that we face or you face that keeps us from achieving our goals? And also, why is it easier to talk about achieving a goal than it actually is to do that thing?
Gotcha. I think for me, one obstacle for me would be, I'll just say a rut. That like I just get into a norm of like this is what I do, and my brain just doesn't even really think about what's outside that. I kind of just like doing that same thing. But I think for me, I've got a really specific reason of why it's hard for me at times to not just talk about things, but to like actually take action. And I don't know if you guys can relate to it, but I have this weird thing where if I can talk about something enough and I can kind of put words to describe what I'm wanting to see or wanting to do, it's almost like just saying it gives me the sense of like, oh, like I've got this under control. If I can't put words to it, I feel lost and I don't really know if I'm going to achieve it. But once I can say it out loud, I'm kind of like, oh, that makes me feel good. But then it just stops there. It's like I don't actually have to do any work towards whatever that goal is for me to feel that. So that's a little bit of an obstacle for me, is I can dupe myself into thinking I'm doing more than I actually am by just talking about it. Yeah. Anybody else? Cool. All right. So one word answer here. What is one goal? We're going to try to get real practical right now. And this doesn't have to be the most important goal of your life. It's just something that you can focus on for tonight and moving forward in the immediate future, okay? What is one goal that you could set to make whatever future you desire a reality? So it could be like a really big goal. So like if Russell really want to go after a marathon, he could have some really complex way he's going to go after that goal. But it could just be something really small. So I'm going to give an example along those ways. So a goal that I have is we're all in this really difficult time of doing our jobs. You guys are having to do school in a totally different way. Your parents are having to parent in totally different ways. Anybody who has a job, we're having to like figure out a new way to do our job. And my brain is just not as kind of alert and rested as normal because it's so tired of having to figure out new ways of doing stuff. So I have a goal that I want to be able to keep doing a great job. And so one of the things I'm going to do to achieve that goal, I'm going to try to get 8 hours of sleep a night, which sounds like so easy. But my guess is about 90% of it can say, yeah, it's not that easy to get 8 hours sleep. I'm gonna have to be very intentional to do that. So, what about you guys? What's a goal that you guys plan to go after in the immediate future?
Personally, for me, I started this. I have this goal and I've already started, but I want to run it by the end of this year, run a half marathon. So I've
Oh,
always
wow.
wanted to do a full, but I cannot. And the closest that I got was in high school, and I still couldn't do it then. So, like I want to by the end of this year do a half, and so
Okay.
right now I'm just training and working myself up. So I've started a running plan. So every day I run whatever the day tells me to do, and been intentional about my time while running, like praying and just kind of talking with the Lord while I run to make it easier to run.
Yeah,
And so that's just one thing that I'm doing to work up to that point to run a half by the end of the year.
yeah.
Nice. That's really good.
Araya was talking about to speak up for herself. So I think that's an awesome thing that is difficult to do, but such a worthy goal to want to make a step in the right direction for. That's a huge one. That's great. Oh, she also wrote to get girls together, and go to high school, playing instruments. Araya's got a lot of goals. You go for it, girl. That's awesome. That's cool.
I would say mine's pretty similar to yours, Kev, but I want to wake up early. I want to
Okay.
wake up at 7 a.m. every day. And
Yeah.
that would also entail going to bed early. But that's a big goal. I think that'll help a lot of different things.
Yeah, like why do you want that goal?
I want to be more productive during this time, and I want to get a good start on the day by waking up early. Not waking up and immediately having to go to work without eating breakfast or praying or anything like that.
Oh, I don't know what that's like at all.
I got here at 10:30 today.
Dale, what about you?
Well, so my goal earlier, I said I want to try to lose weight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a fitness tracker, and I'm gonna set a goal to drink 3 Nalgene's of water a day.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. But each Nalgene is 32 ounces.
That's like
Guys,
18 ounces.
Dale already has to go to the bathroom
A
so
lot.
many times.
A lot. I go to the bathroom more than anybody
Good
else.
thing your office is right next to the bathroom.
My wife loves traveling with me because I often have to pull over and go to the bathroom before she leaves. So she never has to ask. It just always happens.
That's
But yeah,
funny.
I want that. I'm gonna get that fitness tracker so I can start that goal of drinking more water.
Okay.
That will get me on the right direction towards weight loss.
That's cool.
Maggie says to be more productive too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of always one of mine.
Link Leeser called Russell out and said 7 isn't all that early, Russ.
Oh.
That is for me. That's good. That's good.
That's really funny. Well, guys, we just want to leave you with some closing thoughts about all of this. And we're talking about the verse that says, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk brings poverty." And we're not talking about your economic situation. We're not talking about your ability to go out and make money, and you just need to get off your rear end. And like, we're not even saying that. You just need to get off your rear and go do something about it. What we're asking you to do in that verse, and what we hope that verse is inspiring you to do, is to go engage God with your goals, to ask Him to lead you into those goals, to help you set those goals, to give you the strength to accomplish those goals. Because what happens oftentimes, and I'm guilty of this more often than not, is there's a goal that I have in mind, and if I can talk about it enough, I can give off the appearance that I'm a goal-oriented person, but I'm really not. I'm just talking about it all the time. So I'm kind of faking my way into being a goal-oriented person. What's better is to really engage God with that, to ask Him to go into that goal-setting process with you and rely on His strength and energy for it. So that's really my encouragement to you guys tonight through all of this.
That's cool. So we want to leave you guys with a challenge. So Russell, what's the practical thing we can do?
Okay, so take that goal that you thought of earlier, and here's what you're going to do. We want you to take a marker or a pen or something and write it on your hand. Now, this is not a reminder for you to do it. This is a reminder for you to take it to the Lord, okay? That's the key. So write it on your hand as many times as you need to, but we don't want you to just write it on a piece of paper and lose it. I want you to, boom, write your goal on your hand, okay? So I'm writing Wake up. 7 a.m. Yep, it's right there, okay? Right on your, and let that remind you to take your goal to the Lord, all right? That's
Am I
the
allowed
challenge.
to wash this hand?
You're not, yes, you are. Huh?
Ah!
You have to wash your hands. right
COVID.
now. Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, we want to leave you guys with a couple of announcements. Russell, tell us about next week. It's going to be a little bit different, special, something to look forward to.
Yeah, next week is our second online worship night. It's gonna be awesome. We've been working on some stuff. I think it'll be really cool. So
Yeah.
come back next week, same time, but it's gonna be a worship night. All right.
Yeah, and can I say something about that before we go on to announcements? Online worship is difficult because typically when we come to the building, whether it's the main service or a Wednesday night, we almost have this like 30 minutes or so of mental prep that I'm about to get into a time where I'm going to sing and praise and be in that mental space. And like, if you just sign on at 7 o'clock and we're already going, it's hard for my mind to shift over. And so I'm going to encourage you guys, like at 6:30 next week, just start telling yourself, all right, at 7, I'm going to get ready to worship. Maybe that'll help, maybe it won't, but I know for me, I kind of need that prep time. So, yeah.
So if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, go do it now. We're at 83
Right now,
subscribers,
please
and we
hit the
need
subscribe
100
button.
to be able to do cooler things.
That's right.
So
Or just go get your friend to do it.
yeah, go text a friend, be like, hey, please, yeah,
If you have an account, please subscribe.
or go tell your grandparents or
Yeah.
whoever.
Your extended family who just likes funny videos, have them go subscribe.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. And are we gonna?
Yeah.
Say it, baby.
If we get 100 subscribers, really win,
Yes.
I will finally shave all the blonde off my head. So if that's not motivation enough, because I know a lot of y'all didn't really like it, I will cut it off if we get 100 subscribers on YouTube.
It should be mashing that subscribe button right
That's right.
now.
If you don't know why, it makes it easier for us when we have more subscribers. We get more features opened up to us, and we're wanting to kind of make that possible. So that's why.
Yep.
Okay, Dale, hit it.
We have a winner. for
Yeah.
tonight. This is the
I
person-
did not even realize it was recording.
I missed it too. I was
Yeah.
oblivious.
I'm getting real good at sneaking that in there. When it was eating good in the neighborhood, that was nice. So
That was, yeah,
that
that's true.
was a little bit more blatant.
All right.
So this is a person that has been commenting every single week, and they snuck it in today. They were the first one. Lauren Park.
Nice.
Receiving a
Lauren.
pizza.
Yeah,
Way to go.
Lauren!
So I'm gonna text you back, ask you what your favorite pizza place is, when you want to deliver it, all that good stuff. So guys, thanks for playing along with that. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for paying attention and listening to us. And it's also just a lot of fun to give you guys a little prize for being here.
Yep. Okay. Last thing before we pray. Next week is worship. The week after that, we're gonna take. I don't know what the best term for it is, but we're gonna take a sabbatical. We're gonna take a time to rest. And so that week, we're not gonna do any of the videos that we've been used to doing. I know that on the video side of things, it looks really fun. The truth is, it's a lot of work to make these videos, and we're having a blast doing it. But our brains are also shot doing it. And so we're gonna take a week off just to rest for that, so we can keep going when we come back. And what I want to encourage you guys, because we won't be on social media, I want you guys to find some ways to rest that week as well. It's gonna be at the end of the school year, and so I hope you guys can find some refreshment in the Lord. But just letting you know that, and then we'll be back on as soon as that week is over. So we got this week and next week, and then we're gonna take a break after that. So that's that. Dale, why don't you close on prayer?
Absolutely. Let's pray, guys. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this time, and we thank you that you've given us the ability and the medium to be able to still connect with students, to maintain community. Lord, I pray for everybody that's watching, everybody that is a part of this experience right now. I pray that you will give them the ability to rest, whatever that looks like, whatever they need rest from. I pray that they will make an effort to run to you and ask you to deliver the rest that they need. God, so often we try to find that rest ourselves, and it just doesn't work. I pray that you will supply that for us. And God, I also pray that you'll be with us in our goal setting. The goals that we've talked about tonight, the goals that we've written down in our hands, God, I pray that you will give us the power and the strength and the energy to go after those. And Father, guide our steps to those goals so that we don't stray from the path that you want us on in getting to them. Lord, we love you so much, and we thank you for the way that you provide and the way that you love us. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Bye, guys.
Love
See
you
you
guys.
later.
See you, everybody. See you later. Get it. Get it, Kev. Nice. Get it.
It's done.
He's an old man now. Bill.